Deputy Minister of Health and Media, Honorable Dr. Hansaka Vijayamuni, for those words and also for being here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to launch the official website, that is www.can'tundo.lk. I would like to respectfully invite the others wish to get in touch, please do contact Mr. Chaturankapu Aranchi from the UNDP.
First of all, I'd like to also acknowledge the Honorable Deputy Minister of Health and the Media, who is on the way, I understand, and also his colleagues from the ministry. My colleague, Mr. Marc-André Franche, UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Christian Skoog, representative of UNICEF Sri Lanka, and all the colleagues, media professionals, colleagues from the UN, members of the civil society, development partners, and friends. Thank you for being here on a Friday evening. It is my pleasure to join you for the launch of this campaign today, a timely and powerful initiative that reminds us how words can have intended and unintended consequences, and their harm causes as a result cannot simply be erased with a click, as already mentioned by the MC. We deeply appreciate the continued leadership of the Ministry of Health and Media first, and the strong partnership that we have built over the years. This collaboration through the project entitled, it's a bit long, Responding to the Spread of Hate Speech and Disinformation affecting Communal Solidarity and Harmony in Sri Lanka, very long I said, aims to systematically prevent and respond to the spread of hate speech and misinformation targeting ethnic and religious communities, women, children, youth, and gender minorities that could potentially undermine social cohesion, peace, and stability in Sri Lanka. So it's very ambitious, and this is implemented together with our dear sister agency UNICEF and Resident Coordinator's Office. So we live in a world where narratives can be manipulated in seconds. Disinformation travels faster than the truth, and hate speech permeates online and offline spaces. And in times like these, campaigns such as this one that is being launched this evening carry significant importance. The project monitors a wide range of harmful speeches and advocates for more responsible and respective ways of living together. Today, in particular, I'd like to focus on harmful speech against women, as this is the topic we have been hearing a lot in the lead up to and around the International Women's Day, and more recently in the media. This is also a relevant topic as we strive towards increased women's political engagement and participation for the upcoming local elections. According to UNDP's February 2025 early warning relief, women continue to be the most targeted group online, accounting for 46% of harmful speech identified across major platforms. And children and gender diverse communities also get targeted online. We call this technology-facilitated gender-based violence, or TFGVV, which is any act that is committed, assisted, aggravated, or amplified by the use of information technologies or other digital tools which result in, or is likely to result in, physical, sexual, psychological, social, political, or economic harm, or other infringements of rights and freedoms. So this is not new, we know that. TFGVD has escalated rapidly since the onset of COVID-19, with serious implications for the safety and well-being of women, girls, and gender diverse people. The impacts of such violence extend beyond the digital sphere, posing a significant threat to the exercise of rights, both online and offline. A study by Search for Common Ground last year shows that over 62% of Sri Lankans have experienced TFGBV, with 53% women and girls being directly targeted. It is also important to note how cycles of violence are constant, periodic, and also episodic. Online harassment against women, girls, and vulnerable communities are persistent, according to research and evidence. However, there are certain periodic and episodic events that exacerbate violence against women, both online and offline. And one such example is the elections. I have heard firsthand many instances of tech-facilitated gender-based violence experienced by women candidates who are now members of parliament. They clearly told me the online bullying is one of the factors that deter women from joining the politics. They just don't want to be exposed. And the data from the hashtag generation, one of our partners, shows that sexual and gender-based violence was the overwhelming type of hate speech last year, with cases against women spiked in November, December, with over 300 recorded incidents before, during, and after the parliamentary elections in Sri Lanka. So women from across the political spectrum were all victimized in online disinformation and hate speech in connection with elections. We can expect a similar rise of incidents with local elections happening in May. With the 25% quota for women in place, more women candidates and public figures advocating for women leaders are likely to be targeted. Within such a context, we must remain vigilant and proactive, especially in creating safer online spaces. This is about creating a level playing field for women candidates. The videos that you're about to see are rooted in real data and real stories of people in Sri Lanka. Their themes reflect identifying patterns of harmful and dangerous speech in Sri Lanka, speech that threatens social cohesion, fuels fear, and marginalized voices. But awareness is the first step towards change. And this is where we look to you, our media partners. We hope you will amplify these messages using your platforms to inform, engage, and educate the public. Your role in shaping how communities understand and respond to harmful speech is absolutely critical. By helping people recognize the dangers and encouraging responsible dialogue, you are not only reporting the news, but also you are contributing to a social change towards peace and cohesion. Let us also remember that this is not just a communication issue, it's a gender issue. When women, girls, and gender diverse communities, whether in politics, media, or in everyday life, are disproportionately targeted, and it's limit their ability to participate fully in civic life. UNDP is committed to ensuring that our work on hate speech and misinformation includes a gender transformative lens. And we are proud to work with many of you here today who are advocating inclusive storytelling and pushing for systems that reflect the voices of all Sri Lankans. Addressing dangerous or hateful speech to disparate individuals and promote violence against them based on ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or other defined differences is a priority for UNDP. As hate speech has evolved with the growth of social media, so has UNDP's portfolio, working with the UN Resident Coordinator's Office and sister agency UNICEF on this very important initiative for Sri Lanka. So in closing, let me end by saying this. Real life doesn't have an undo button, but it does offer the responsibility and possibility for change. Through partnerships like these, with state institutions, civil society, media professionals, and young creatives, we can reimagine a future where words heal rather than harm, and where media becomes a true catalyst for peace and inclusion. So thank you for your presence and partnership, and I hope these powerful stories that you are about to witness will spark meaningful dialogue and collective action across the Sri Lankan communities. Thank you.
You're watching the Lifetraveler channel.